when the topic turned to Kyle Richards and Mauricio Umansky's ongoing separation on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Season 14 Reunion Part 3. It was Jennifer Tilly, not host Andy Cohen, who asked the hard-hitting question, "Does Mal want to get back together?" "I know he regrets things that have happened that got us to this place," Kyle responded. "I don't know if he wants to get back together because he has never said that." Though Kyle hasn't directly answered if she wants to reconcile with Mauricio either, there are some things that RHOBH Mama 4 wishes they'd handled differently. "I mean, I have regrets for both of us allowing us to get to this place," she shared. "I wish that we had communicated better when things started bubbling up." Meanwhile, there was no gray area with her sister, Kathy Hilton, who surprised Andy when she revealed that she hopes Kyle and Mal reunite because she doesn't like things to change. As for what those bubbling issues between Kyle and Mal were, she insisted that they were not related to RHOBH. "We were strong throughout the show," Kyle pointed out. "He was always my biggest supporter in this, and it's not easy doing this. It wasn't that." Instead, she referred to money, traveling, fame, his business, the agency growing, the attention he was getting with all that as contributing factors to their split. Kyle at The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Season 14 Reunion. Mauricio Umansky attends the Elton John AIDS Foundation annual viewing party with Tequila Don Julio at West Hollywood Park on March 12, 2023 in West Hollywood, California. Photo: Griffin Nagel/Bravo, Vivian Kililia/Getty Images. "Women are snakes," Kyle said. "They see a man who is a good husband and a good father, and he has money, and they're like, 'Oh, I want that,' and throw themselves at him. And we got married very young, and he never got to go out and do his thing. And I think that, really contributed to the downfall of our marriage. It makes me think that's one of the reasons we're not together, actually," she elaborated. "I don't like to go out and party like that. When we were in our 20s, it was great, 30s too, but now I'm like, I don't want to do that." When the Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen host asked the status of their separation, and if either she or Mauricio had filed for divorce, Kyle replied, "No, we're literally just the same," adding, "We're close. We talk all the time." Andy then asked if they talk about where their relationship is headed, prompting Kyle to shake her head and dab tears from her eyes. She didn't even know why she was crying, though. "I mean, it's sad no matter what, and it's weird, Kyle explained, referencing their 30 years of marriage, as well as daughters Farrah Brittany Aljafree, Alexia Umansky, Portia Umansky, and Sophia Umansky. "We literally talk every day. We love each other. I feel sad for my kids, and I feel sad when I look back at what a great life we really had, That's sad when you think about that. Like, this is a loss that I will always feel no matter what." As the sun began to set over the scenic hills of Beverly Hills, Kyle Richards found herself ensconced in her cozy living room, preparing for an exclusive interview about her life post-split with Mauricio Umansky. The walls around her, filled with memories and framed snapshots of family adventures, resonated with both warmth and a hint of melancholy. After decades of love and partnership, the world had watched with bated breath as the couple announced their intention to separate, leaving fans of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills in shock. But behind closed doors, the true essence of their relationship, the unspoken words that lingered in the air, was far more poignant. The interview began with the usual litany of questions. What had gone wrong? Was there a third party involved? How were the daughters handling the news? Yet, it was a seemingly innocuous question that struck Kyle deeply. "What has Morris said to you since the announcement?" With a slight pause, Kyle swallowed back her emotions, recalling the weight of the moment when the decision had been made. As she reflected, her expressive eyes turned distant, like she was gazing into a window of memories, both painful and joyful. Surprisingly, there's something shocking that Mauricio has never said to me since our split, Kyle began, her voice steady yet heavy with emotion. He has never once said the words, "I'm sorry." The room fell silent as she elaborated, feeling the need to untangle the complexity of their long-standing relationship. For the couple that had weathered storms together, parenting their daughters, building a successful business, and navigating the treacherous waters of fame, who would have guessed that in the aftermath of their separation, an apology would remain unexpressed his feelings, Kyle clarified, as her words danced on the edge of vulnerability. In fact, we've had some really deep conversations. He's mentioned regrets, but never has he fully owned up to the pain this has caused each of us. It's as if he can't bring himself to say those two simple words. Maybe he believes that an apology would acknowledge an end that neither of us really wants to confront. As she spoke, vivid memories washed over her, a roller coaster of emotions they had shared, both good and bad. Their journey had been filled with incredible highs, like welcoming their daughters into the world and growing together as a formidable team in the real estate market. However, it had not been without its fair share of challenges, including the pressures of public scrutiny, financial stresses, and the constant demands of a celebrity lifestyle. Sometimes I wonder if he's afraid, Kyle continued, her voice tinged with a mixture of sadness and understanding. Afraid to confront the reality of what we've lost and what we still have. That what we still have was a significant part of their relationship, not just as partners but as co-parents. They had a bond forged over years of shared experiences, laughter, and dreams. The two were determined to keep their friendship intact for their daughters, who had navigated their own feelings about the split. Our love may have shifted, but the respect and the care we have for each other remains, Kyle insisted. In her heart, she knew that silence could speak louder than words. Mauricio, the charismatic entrepreneur with a golden heart, had always been the rock in their relationship, but now he was facing his own tumultuous emotional landscape. Perhaps, she pondered, his silence was a reflection of uncertainty, a fear of destabilizing the delicate balance they had worked so hard to maintain post-split. The interviewer leaned in, intrigued. Is there a part of you that wishes he would say it? Kyle paused, searching her own heart for the truth of that question. Absolutely. There's something incredibly powerful about an apology. It validates feelings and acknowledges hurt, a way of recognizing that we are not perfect and that we've made mistakes. But I'm also learning to accept that we are both on our own journeys right now. Their conversation deepened, peeling back the layers of their relationship as Kyle discussed the importance of healing. After all, she mused, they were not just healing the wounds inflicted during their marriage, but also navigating the emotional landscape that often came with separation, a landscape littered with love, grief, and what might come next. I believe in closure, she said softly, but sometimes closure looks different for everyone. Maybe for Mauricio, his silence is a way of coping, a protective mechanism. She reflected on the times they had shared laughter, quirky jokes, and even trivial arguments that were often filled with love. Those memories still intertwined with the present, making it difficult to say goodbye completely. As the interview continued, Kyle opened up about her own journey toward acceptance. I'm focusing on self-love and rediscovery, she confessed. I've learned to appreciate my own strength and resilience. I laugh more now, I explore more, and I'm rediscovering who I am outside of our relationship. But part of me does wish I could have those two words from him so I could fully heal. Unexpectedly, the conversation shifted toward co-parenting, a topic that always brought a genuine smile to Kyle's face. At the end of the day, we are still a family, she explained. Our daughters mean the world to us, and I want them to see that love can take different forms. Even if the romantic aspect is dwindling, respect and friendship run deeper. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a soft glow over her home, Kyle felt a sense of clarity washing over her. The journey of healing was not linear, It was a complex tapestry woven with threads of love, pain, growth, and hope. The unspoken challenges with Mauricio were just one part of a much larger narrative, a chance for both of them to grow as individuals. Kyle Richards might not have received the apology she craved, but she understood that healing takes time and that sometimes silence can be just as significant as spoken words. With the unwavering support of her daughters and the enduring bond of her family at the forefront, she felt an overwhelming sense of hope for both her future and Mauricio's. Ultimately, the story of Kyle and Mauricio was still being written, filled with unfinished sentences and not yet spoken words, a beautiful testament to the complexities of love, life, and the journey of moving forward.